ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್
ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Recognized by Karate India organization. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough if you just practice karate. We have seen Kalari Payattu under Vasudevan Gurukul, and he later on moved to Karate Do under Kyoshi Shivdas for the last 35 years. A 6-degree black belt in karate, awarded by Hanshi Shugaro Nagasato, the founder of Shorin-ryu Shorinkan style of karate, and is certified by the Hanshi in the system of karate, with whom he's maintained a great professional and personal relationship over the years. He is 5th Dan in Kobudo, the Okinawan weapons training system. He is the Asian Karate Federation judge and the chief examiner and technical director for Shorin-ryu Shorinkan style in India and abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a mention. All these titles are actually, it's over a period of time.
You are not coming to my daughter program, sir. Well,
you are coming every program that you
ಬೇಡವಾ ಫೋನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಏನು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಒಂದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ.
गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तराय गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुवत्सराराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्ड खण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गुप्तगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
I would now request our guests and Shihan in the lighting of the lamp ceremony.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा जो
We have a couple of students who have to be at their school's annual day function as well today. There's a coincidence. So before I move on to the actual function, we will have a small black belt awarding ceremony for two students. So may I request Simran and Ezra to be ready, please.
I would now call upon Senpai Simran Chatterjee and request her parents, Mr. P. Chatterjee and Mrs. N. Chatterjee, who is a teacher by profession, to accompany her to the dais. Simran has Next, I call upon our next student, Senpai Ezra Maria Jensen, and request her parents, Mr. Jensen and Bruce, who is a COO, and Mrs. Ranjana Babu, who is a software engineer by profession, to accompany her to the dais. Ezra has been practicing karate for 7 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. She is a student of Sophia High School. Her achievements include 2 bronze medals in karate tournaments.
ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಮಾಡು ಗ್ಯಾಲಕ್ಸಿ
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce you all to our guests of honor who have graciously accepted our invitation to be with us at this important event. I would like to first request our Shihan to felicitate Kyoshi Shivdas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first generation student and master. Kyoshi Shivdas is the first teacher of our Shihan, and he's been a constant guide for our federation. Currently, he is an 8th Dan Black Belt, Asian Karate Federation judge, and chief examiner and technical director of the International Mabuni Ha Shitoryu Karate-Do Association of India. I would now like to welcome Mrs. V. Savitri, who is the trustee and principal of Mitra Academy. She has been associated with the Federation since 1994, 2 years after we started. So you understand how far we go back. And has been a motivator and a mentor for Shihan. She's been like a mother to this Federation. I would now like to welcome Mrs. Rama Ranganathan, who is the founder principal of National Hillview Public School, Rajarajeshwari Nagar. She has over 35 years of experience in education, and she is currently the educational consultant and advisor to schools. She has always been a guide to our Shihan and a well-wisher of OSKFI. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to welcome Mrs. Anita Vinod Kumar, who is the principal of National Hillview Public School, Rajarajeshwari Nagar. We've been associated with her for over 20 years now. I would like to welcome Mr. M. Manoharan. He is a successful industrialist in the field of plastic manufacturing for over 40 years. He is the former president of Rotary Club, Bangalore, and an active social worker. Child welfare activities have been his main area of focus, along with providing healthcare facilities for the poor. He has been associated with our organization since its inception. In fact, his son is the first batch of black belts as well in our organization. I would like to welcome Kyoshi N. Shankara, who is the secretary of Mysore District Karate Association and an Asian Karate Federation judge. He is the chief examiner and technical director of NS Shitoryu National Karate Association of India. I would like to welcome Shihan Satyan Puttur. He is a 5th Dan black belt and one of the most senior karate teachers in Karnataka. He is an advocate, naturopathy and yoga practitioner, a member of All India Congress Committee, and currently he is the General Secretary of KPCC. I would like to welcome Dr. Praveen Ranka, Grand Master. He is the chairman of Palestra and chairman of Bangalore District Karate Association. He is currently a 9th Dan black belt and vice president of the Karate Master Association. Last but not the least, I would like to welcome Kyoshi Altaf Pasha, who is the 7th Dan black belt, founder and technical director of AS Gojuryu Karate Association of India. He is the Asian Karate Federation judge and coach. We have a couple of special invitees for today's function. I would like to call upon Sensei Bharati Anand. She is the Asian Karate Federation judge and a 3rd Dan black belt. She is a senior instructor in IMSKA and an instructor at the OSK Federation of India. She is the only lady in Karnataka to have the title of judge by the Asian Karate Federation. Our other special invitee today is Senpai Bharat S. Gowda. He is my apologies. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon Mrs. Rama Ranganathan to share a few words with our new black belt students.
Good evening, everybody. Dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Suresh Kenichira, parents, grandparents, students, and well-wishers. It's a moment of great pride to adorn a black belt. It took me some years to understand why there was this gradation that led you to the black belt and beyond. The one understanding that I have today is that martial arts is beyond other sport. It instills in you discipline. It empowers you with mental stoic, gives you physical endurance and tenacity. It makes you emotionally strong to withstand and face challenges that are bound to come as we grow up in years and in life. What this martial art, karate, has taught me is that apart from all these attributes that it empowers us with, it makes us excellent human beings. Because this martial art is just not to protect oneself, to defend oneself, to attack and to overpower another. It is endowing you with the power to protect others around you.
Arts, so I also second it, and I feel that it is the need of the hour, and I think we all should support the organization, and I must really appreciate the parents who have come here and taken the time off, and they're giving encouragement for the martial arts for these students, and I wish Suresh Kenichara and his gurus and his team all the best, and may God bless them all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request Mrs. Anita Vinod Kumar to share a few thoughts with us today, please.
Good evening to one and all present here, the dignitaries, parents and dear students. Thank you, Shrihan Suresh Kenichira, for inviting me to this wonderful Black Belt awarding ceremony. It's always a pleasure to be a part of your event. Your dedication, sincerity, love for the martial art is visible in your passion as you impart this art form to the students. No wonder you're celebrating glorious 29 years in the field. Mr. Suresh Kenichira has been associated with our school since inception in 2001, and no event at school is complete without Suresh Sir's karate and Kalaripaittu. An international referee, his focus has always been on the success of each student with emphasis on discipline, mutual respect and healthy competition. He has helped students build self-confidence and has motivated them to perform at the highest level at national and international tournaments. I wish you the very best as you complete nearly 3 decades and wish all the participants the very best. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We have now arrived at the highlight of this evening. It's time to reward the students for their efforts over the years and their gradual ascent towards the coveted black belt. Students, are you excited? Really? Okay, let's try this again. Are you excited? No? Okay, let's try this again. Students, are you excited? Much better. Thank you. I see some parents are excited too. Oh, the student there. I'm sorry. Alright, thank you so much. So we will now begin presenting our 29th batch of black belts who will now receive their belt as per the tradition followed by the OSK Federation of India. You just had a quick glimpse a little while ago as well. Just with some statistics. Now don't hold me to this, but it's roughly there. It is said that for every 10,000 people who join a martial arts academy, more than half will drop out within the first 6 months. Usually starts with a summer camp. Everybody wants to learn karate, saw a Jackie Chan movie, saw a Bruce Lee movie, want to break some tiles, start with a summer camp, but soon drop out because all master is making you do is sit in a position and punch, punch, punch. So most of the students drop out in the first 6 months. Of the remaining students, about 1,000 of them will continue for about a year of training and then eventually quit. Few of them continue for a couple of years, while only a handful of them make it all the way to their first black belt and assume that their martial arts journey ends there. Let me remind you, it's quite the contrary. Your journey has just begun, right? You are now a student and now you're going to become an instructor. So your journey as an instructor begins today. Once you become an instructor, it starts a journey of self-realization. When you start teaching somebody else, that's when you realize a lot more potential within yourselves, right? So do not stop here. My request is that you keep continuing and you reach higher degrees of black belt, more like most of our chief guests out here. And that is the true karateka. I sincerely hope that this batch continue with their journey. So without much ado, I would request my co-student Swati to announce the list of black belts for the evening. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. So let's begin with today's most awaited moments. I request Tejas Pai to be ready.
Check, break. Proceed, break. Share, break. Break. One step back. Sit there.
Tejas has been practicing karate for 12 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. He is studying in Base College and his hobbies include singing and playing guitar. Call upon our next student, Senpai Avik Ramesh, and request his parents, Mr. Ramesh K.R., who is a trade commissioner, and Mrs. Vinita Ramesh, who is a homemaker, to accompany him to the dais. I request Kshaman Shekhar to be ready. Avik has been practicing karate for 9 years under Senpai Chandu. He is studying in Jain University. His achievements are 2 gold medals in RDC National Level Championship, 1 gold medal in Abhirakshanam tournament organized by NHVPS, and 1 gold medal in Karate tournament organized by Little Flower Public School. I request Shaman Shekhar to be ready. I now call upon our next student, Senpai Shaman Shekhar, and request his parents, Mr. Naveen Shekhar, who is an IT professional, and Mrs. Shilpa Shekhar, who is a homemaker, to accompany him to the dais. I request Sujay Reddy to get ready. Shaman has been practicing karate for 9 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. He is studying in Sherwood High. He is a drummer and a guitarist. Next we have Senpai Sujay Reddy Ganikala and request his parents Mr. Shivakumar and Mrs. Usha Shivakumar to accompany him to the dais. I request Mukunda Sandeep to be ready. Sujay has been practicing karate for 10 years under Senpai Girish. He is studying in PSBB LLA. His hobbies are playing football and debating. I call upon our next student, Senpai Mukunda Sandeep, and request his parents, Mr. Sandeep Raghuraman and Mrs. Saumi Sandeep, to accompany him to the dais. I request Uttam BS to be ready. Mukunda Sandeep has been practicing karate for 8 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. He is studying in Sri Kumaran Children's Home. His hobbies include sports and art. He has won 1 gold medal in RDC National Level Championship. I now request Senpai Uttam B.S. and his parents, Mr. Subramanya Kharvi, who is an advocate, and Mrs. Mamta Subramanya, who is an assistant professor, to accompany him to the dais. I request Vashishta to be ready next. Uttam has been practicing karate for 6 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. He is studying in St. Paul's School. His hobbies include playing keyboard and guitar. Now I call upon our next student, Senpai Vashishta R.V., and request his parents, Mr. Rajesh, who is self-employed, and Mrs. Rikha, to accompany him to the dais. Vashishta has been practicing karate for 9 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. He is a quizzer and a debater. I request Samyukta to be ready. I now call upon our next student, Senpai Samyukta Bagi, and request her parents, Mr. Ratnakar Bagi, who is a senior director, and Mrs. Jayashri Danda, who is a procurement manager by profession, to accompany her to the dais. I request Dhruv to be ready next. Samyukta has been practicing karate for 8 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. She is a student of Presidency School. She has won 3rd place in Kumite Championship. I now call upon next student, Senpai Dhruv Sudhakar, and request his parents, Mr. Sudhakar, Senior Vice President, and Mrs. Rashmi, who is a homemaker, to accompany him to the dais. I request Niharika to be ready next. Dhruv has been practicing karate for 8 years under Senpai Chandu. He is studying in Skalvi International School. Dhruv is an ardent student of science and robotics and loves programming. He has built game apps and also built drones as part of his hobbies. He loves playing football. I now call upon our next student, Senpai Niharika Ramnarayan, and request her parents, Mr. Radhakrishnan, who is a software professional, and Mrs. Suvarna N, who is an engineer by profession, to accompany her to the dais. I request Vaishnavi to be ready next. Niharika has been practicing karate for 6 years under Shihan Suresh Kenichira. She is a student of Podar International School. She has won gold medal in skating, basketball, running races, badminton and drawing. She enjoys reading, drawing and dancing. Our next student, Senpai Vaishnavi Samprati, and request her parents, Mr. Venkatesh S., who is a software engineer, and